Okay, let's start. If I can, all the fiddle faddle with doing anything on Zoom and YouTube at the same time. Uh, let's start with some breath. We are going to use chairs today. So if you're at the beginning of the video, get yourself a chair. If you have one of these type of chairs, I think I got mine a few years ago for $8 at Home Depot, and now I think they're like $13. But these kind of chairs are really good for what we're going to do. If you have anything that you can sit on, even a ball, it's going to be kind of hard with a ball. You're going to have to do a lot more stability, but that's what we're looking for. Let's start seated, and we'll do a little bit of breath work first. And we're eventually going to get to some like real down regulation with the vagus nerve, doing some sounding practices, which I think are super excellent in the somatic realm, but we're going to get a little bit more exercise first. So starting, we're going to do inhale up, exhale down, like you're pulling yourself up. This can be it could be very gentle or it could be very active. Make it fairly active in your lungs. We're going to do an inhale, exhale for 12, and then we'll exhale everything out, inhale, exhale, and then we'll hold our breath on the inhale for maybe 20 to 40 seconds. We're not trying to like be Olympic divers or pearl fishers, but something where we just get our body to go, oh my God, I'm holding my breath. And then we try and relax on top of that. So we can feel the excitation, the sort of upregulation of our nervous system. And on top of that, we relax into it. So 12 breaths in and out. Here we go. Big breath in, everything out. One more big breath in and hold. Feel that inner excitation and relax on top of that. Exhale softly, hiss. Another inhale, short hold, a little micro movement, wiggle around, feel your inner body, awaken your senses, awaken your connections to your body. And then let that go. And we're going to start again. This one's going to be a little different. We're going to inhale back and exhale, push forward. So I'm going to show you sideways. It's like, it doesn't have to be your most intense movement, right? We don't want to kill ourselves yet. We want to just let it be what feels good. So for 12, inhale back, exhale, push forward. Big inhale in, exhale everything out, inhale and hold. Relax the surface, feel the excitation. It's okay, you are fine. Feel your central channel from your pelvic floor down through your feet, up through the crown of your head, this energy system moving through your body, imagining it really connected. Slow exhale. With a hiss. Inhale back in. Short hold. Micro movement, feeling the inner body, connecting it. You can close your eyes, feel into being. Not too much tension, but a little bit. Let it go. Just a couple resting breaths before we go one more time. Let's go. So this time we're going to inhale, pulling in, exhale, out. And there might be a little bit of an arch and curl in your spine, but it doesn't have to be. It's more just feeling this side horizontal movement. So inhale coming in. Big inhale in. Exhale everything out. Inhale in. Gather in and hold. Feel the excitation, feel the relaxation in relationship to each other. It's okay. You are safe. You may feel some tingling. You may feel some energy moving through your body. Bring that into the central channel, moving up and down. Soft hiss. Let it all go. Inhale. Short hold. In this inhale, see if you can move your rib cage, lungs, and heart around. A little micro movement, diaphragm sliding. Filling up that space, that spaciousness in your body with breath. You can keep sniffing in more air if you want. Let it go. Easy shake. Shake it out. And we'll start with a diving forward curl into an arch coming up. So I'm just going to move this down slightly so you can see my feet. For all of the perverts out there, just kidding. But there are some. There's a lot of people that are into feet. They're whatever. Round your spine, curling down. At the bottom, you're going to reach out, spread out your toes, spread out your hands, arch up. So it's like your hands and feet are doing what your back is doing. You come up, lengthen over the top, your hands and feet sort of dome, and your spine rounds, and you curl, taking it down. Inhale, lift, fingers and toes spread, come up over the top, exhale, dive forward. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, reach it out and up, over the top. Exhale, round your spine, curl, rolling down. Inhale, spread out, toes, hands, arching up. Curl and round, take it down. Inhale, lengthen, open, up over the top. Curl and round. Nice movement through the spine, through the central channel. Last one, rounding down, curl, lengthen out, arch, and lift. And from here, we're just going to Stevie Wonder, really easy and loose. Relax your body, let it go like you're singing along, happy. You are the sunshine of my life, or my eyes. I think it's my life. You are the sun. Like, so finding that Axl Rose, Stevie Wonder movement in your spine could also be, take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you? Okay, sorry, I'm not going to torture you with my singing. Head leads the way. And come back in. Just free it up, turning your head from side to side. As you're turning your head from side to side, take in your environment, not in a judgmental way, but in a, oh, look at that. There's a color blue. There's a light. There's colors, shapes, plants, windows, whatever you're seeing, just take it in a very equanimable, gentle way. So it's not like, oh my God, there's that thing, I gotta fix it, clean it, da da da. Not like that, but take it in as this spacious environment in your awareness, checking it all out. Oh, hello, everything in my environment. Not as a to-do list, but as a, oh, that's what's there. Look at that, look around, see the wonder. This is giving our brainstem the information that we're safe, that there is no saber-toothed tiger about to attack us. Turn off all the bells and whistles on your phone. All of those are little nervous system bumps, right? Which are probably not the healthiest thing to have going on all the time. Yeah, I have to say, like everyone's phones, if you're around me and you can turn that thing off, that would be really great. Um, it's so annoying. Ding, ding, da, 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 all the things happening. It's like, oh, distraction, distraction. No wonder nobody can focus and keep their mind together. Opening wide. We are going to, let's get to the edge of your chair if you can. You're going to internally rotate, curl, externally rotate, arch. Internally rotate, curl, externally rotate, arch. Curling in, opening it up. Rib cage, lungs, and heart, spine moving, hip sockets moving, feet, ankles moving, arch, curl, arch, and curl, and arch, and curl, and arch, and come in. And let's, yeah, I really feel like the cell phones and the distractions, and everyone's like, I can't remember anything. It's like, because you don't need to anymore. Every answer is on your phone. Wherever you're going, it's on your phone. Let go of it for a while. Let your brain do the work. Work on your memory. Side stretch. Stretching one way. We're just going to do side for a minute and then the other. And it's an arm circle with that top arm reaching through your leg, reaching through the sole of your foot. So you're getting that long diagonal through your body, side, side. And I'm bringing my elbow in here to support me. Phones, the end of our brains working well. Too much distraction, too much to do, not enough processing time. Let me just bitch about it. Those younger people maybe can handle it better, but I'm not so sure. Okay, we are now going to, we're going to do the whole thing together. So starts with the side stretch. You're sideways, you turn. Oh, I'm sticking on my chair. Turn down, let your arms circle back, bring it up, arch back. The arm is going to come around the front. You're going to twist to the back. And then if you can, pick up your back foot, point your toes. Reach it out, spread and open. Take it to the other side, side stretch. Turn toward the floor. Oh, I am totally sticking on my chair. It's sticky weather. And I was at pole yesterday, and I had been in a swimming pool the day before, and that chlorine really affected what the pole felt like on my skin. So I will say, am I a little snowflake? Yes. I've always had sort of sensory issues. Side stretch. Take it down. But I think that's why I'm a dancer, because like I have been very aware of what my body feels like since I was a little one. Open it up, side stretch, take it down, up and back, spiral, look behind you, see if you can see your foot. Serve the sandwiches to everyone. Enjoy my fine sandwiches. Take it to the side. Drop it down, lift and arch, spiral and twist. Open, open, open. One more time each side. Side stretch. This is really requiring a very different, oh, I guess normally I'm not wearing shorts, so my skin isn't on the chair. Side stretch. I think I just skipped part of it. Let's just do that one again. I got too distracted. Take it down, take it up, circle it back, look at your foot, open it up, open it up. Other way. No, this way. Side stretch. What has happened? The server's gone nuts. Open it up and spiral. Twist and look around behind you. Open it, open it, open it. Too much information coming into my body at the same time. I short-circuited. All right, let's do just a little bit of legs and feet stuff. Come to the edge of your chair. If you can hold on, great. I'm holding the sides. Gonna open up to the side, flex in. Point forward, open, in. Point, open, in. Next time, I will not do this wearing shorts. Open, bring it in, point, open, heels together, point, open, flex, point, open, flex. Good. Relax for a second. Come to the edge of your chair. Just internally rotate and release, internally rotate and release, internally rotate, release, internally rotate, release. Just doing this exercise, if you spend a lot of time sitting, just doing this will help release your hips a little bit and improve the integrity of your hip socket, of that joint, of that bone in the socket. So if we're always here and we don't get some of this internal, external, we aren't making the most of our integrity of our tissue and our fascia and our bones, the whole structure of our body. We want that diverse movement so that we can move in different ways. All right, we're going to come up off the chair, do a little bit more legs and back stuff. So I'm going to come into this quadruped position. I'm going to bend, arch, and then push, curl. I'm going to go to tippy toes, reaching out, chest open, stick out your butt, hollow curl, tippy toes, scoop it in, arch and open, hollow and curl, arch and open, hollow and curl, arch, curl, arch, curl. Come in. You're going to see if you can send a wave through your spine from your tail to your head. So if you can do it with bent knees, curl and ripple through. So it's a little, it kind of starts from my legs, right? My knees bend, my tail tucks, it rolls up to my head, and then I straighten. Bend, curl, roll it through. Bend, curl, roll it through. Bend, curl, roll it through. Try it from your head to your tail. Head down to your tail, bend your knees. Head to your tail, reach it out. Head through the chest to the tail and arch. Head. It might be very different for you. So whatever's going on for you, just let it be like that. Taking one leg out, just reaching it out, move it around. Try turning it in, crossing it one way, opening it the other way. See if you can go in the front. Just get that leg moving in different ways. Standing on the one leg, mobilizing the other leg. Free flow. Try it. Be curious. What can I do? How does this feel? What is interesting? Go ahead and switch it to the other leg. Same thing. Mobilizing different ways. Try and think of the leg that's in the air, trying to touch all the space that's around you. So crossing, opening, crossing in front, to the side. Again, working on the integrity of the hip socket for both legs. But it's going to be even more for the standing leg than it will be for the working leg, probably. Especially if you're bending and stretching that standing leg. Good. Bring it in. Roll it up. Stand on your legs. So we've been in that forward fold for a little while. Take your hands on your hips, circles with your hips. Feeling what it feels like to stand up on your legs. If you're in the heat, like it's been, we've had a fantastic heat wave going on here in the East Coast for quite some time. So if you have less energy, you might not want to push it. Or if you find that you get dizzy when you get up, go slow. Take your time. Not every day is the day to run the marathon, but it does seem that marathons often happen on the hottest day of the year or the coldest, crappiest, rainy day of the year. Like all of these things can happen, which is one reason why we want to, when we have space around our life, train a little bit so that we can deal with the heat. All right, let's open up. We're going to stay standing for a minute, then we'll get back down to the floor. Open up into an X. You can move your chair out of the way if you need to. Elbow to knee, crossing one side and then the other. Big weight shift. Just feeling what it feels like to be on your legs. Awakening your toes, soles of your feet on the floor. Taking it to the back, touching across your body. When I teach, sometimes people want to do this, right? The same side. Try to touch the opposite side when I'm in the room with people. So it's the same as this, but back here. So let's just challenge ourselves with that. We're going to do front and back with one diagonal, like I just did. So you're going to go front, shift your weight, back, shift your weight, front, shift, back, shift, front space, back space, front space, back space, front space, back space. Don't worry, we're going to change to the other diagonal in a minute. One more here, front and back. Now we're going to change it. This diagonal goes front, front, back, front, back. Three-dimensional bodies, front and back, front, back, front. Reaching long through the one diagonal, front, back. Two more, front and back. And last one, front and back. Bring it in. Easy circles with your shoulders. Take the backpack of responsibility off just for this little while. So whatever it is that you're thinking, oh my God, I gotta do this, that, and the other thing, let that go. Or this person expects this, or that person wants that, let that go. Take that backpack off. Just be in your body, and then change direction up and over. Let's get the elbows in on this one. Shoulders, elbows, ribs, lungs, moving, breathing. Take in that deep breath. Shake it out, shake it out. Easy, small spiral. Working with a spiral that, not small, as big or small as feels good in your body. Working with what feels okay to you. I'm just staying on both feet for right now, spiraling, so I'm in the center, which is going to give me the biggest twist in my spine. If you want to make a smaller twist, you can shift onto that back foot, which means your torso will not be doing so much of a twist, most likely. All right, let's come in, get your chair again, and we're going to take it down to the floor. This is going to be a little bit of back work. We could just say the back of our body. And when I'm talking about the back of my body, I'm meaning the calves, hamstrings, glutes, the back of my body, the part that's on the other side that isn't the front. So sometimes people have a back injury and then they think I need to do a bunch of core work. And they think of core work as being front body abs work, which is partly core work, but we also want to work the back body. Usually when somebody's back is hurting, they need to strengthen their back. And if you're doing this, I'm opening up those muscles, not strengthening. This is working the back, right? Whenever we're arching the front more. So we're going to get our legs up on the chair. Take it down to the floor and just press your pelvis up. So you're kind of folded here, then you're going to unfold, pressing it up. Fold it in, push, working your back, letting it release, press, coming into that ideally banana shape arch where you're pressing up and coming down. Especially if you sit a lot, you want to open up the front of the hip flexors, front of the quads, front of the belly. Up and down, up and down, up and down. One more, up and down. So that's a really straight way of doing the exercise. I'm going to move down, get a little bit more into my calves, and I'm going to just roll across my calves on the edge of that chair. This is why we're doing chairs today. Last week, I teach ballet on Mondays, and then I was in the city, and I took a ballet class on Tuesday. So I did Monday, Tuesday ballet, and my legs are like, get a little tight in the calves from that. Like ballet is really going to work your feet and your legs. And it's great because you do front, side, back, but everything is turned out. So you're not getting the internal rotation in a ballet class that you would in this type of class. All right, I'm going to circle my feet as I am rolling across my calf. And then going the other way. So now I am moving my muscles from the inside and I'm rolling across them on the outside. So I'm like getting two layers of work around the tissue of my calves, which depending on how tight your calves are, could be excruciating or not. And moving down lower, so I'm getting closer to my Achilles and I'm getting in there with the same thing. Circles one way, circles the other. You could also just roll from side to side. Let it have some free flow. Getting lower, more towards your Achilles. Try turning in and out, move your feet. Awaken the relationship of your legs in sensation. So, oh, I can really feel that. I can see that. This is what's happening. Getting this movement through your ankles, your toes. Good. And then let's just take the legs up and shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let it go. Lower your feet to the floor. Just push your, we're going to get back up on the chair, but for a second, push it away. And let's do the knee drops from side to side where we started normally, where we normally start. We didn't start there today, but we normally start somewhere in the beginning of class. We do this. Let this massage through your butt, the tissue of your torso, getting this nice little spiral. What tissue are we talking about? We're talking about the tissue, the fascia, the muscle casings, the organ casings, even what's the structure holding it all together, which is your fascia, the organ of form. Interwoven through your whole body, supporting your whole body. Thank you, fascia. You're so supportive. And then let's roll it from side to side, all the way onto one side. Let your head drop into the floor. Slowly pour yourself to the other side. As we're doing this, we're going to make a sound. You're going to make like a sound, like yummy, an M, from one side to the other. Inhale whenever you need to. It's like you're eating something delicious, but it's the movement. You're getting the delicious movement nutrition. Doesn't matter how long the lasts. Tell yourself it's yummy and you can let go. I have friends that I call them ecstatic eaters. And I think that often they do it without noticing that they're doing it, but they're going, like they're enjoying their food and they're adding that vocal sound. And I feel like they enjoy their food way more than people that are not ecstatic eaters. And that is giving our vagus nerve also a little hum. The is a hum. If we inhale back through our nose after that, we're going to be taking in more nitric oxide because humming helps create nitric oxide in the turbines of your nose, in the nasal cavities. And then we inhale through our nose, we take that nitric oxide in. Nitric oxide is a vasodilator. It's great for your cardiovascular system. It is also antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial. Delicious. All right. All of that education in the middle of a class. What is this? Let's take it back to legs on top of the chair. And this time you have a free flow version. So with our free flow version, we're also going to add a breath sound. These breath sounds do a couple of things. One is they add a sound, but the other is that they extend our exhale. Whenever we're extending our exhale longer like that, we are naturally bringing our nervous system into more down regulation. That is the ventral vagal tone, which is vagus nerve telling the front of your body, or telling your body. Ventral is like the front, dorsal is the back. But when it's going down that way, it is allowing you to downregulate. And downregulation is where you metabolize, you heal, all the things happen. So we want to go into this a little bit of work, but not too much work with our back. But we're going to add this hiss. So you're not trying to like work as hard as you can. You're trying to work as easy, as fluidly, as gently as possible, bringing micro movement, macro movement into your body, increasing your flow, right? Increasing your energy flow, connecting the lower to the upper and the upper to the lower. So we're doing a hiss and we're just mobilizing in any way that feels good. Soft hiss, theta breath. You could bring your arms into the equation. You could even not lift yourself up. It could just be this flow on the floor. Feeling how as you move, we are one whole connected living system, right? There is no way, we may feel like things are blocked, but ultimately there is some flow moving through there. There's blood flow, there's energy flow, there's thought flow, there's the flow of being, right? There's a million flows. There's airflow, right? Your breath is flowing through you. And even the bones have water, right? Even the bones are wet. Good. Let's let that go. Push your chair away. Even yourself out if you need to. And take a happy baby pose. Wiggle around in the baby. Free flow baby. Ha, what would it be like to be a free flow happy baby? So let's go back to the sound with this. Curious baby movement. If you feel super weird, congratulations, you're doing it right. Even I feel weird doing this. And it's pretty hard for me to feel weird or too weird. If you want to start to take it into rocking, you can. Adding your sound whenever it feels good. And if you feel like, oh my God, all of this stuff is so annoying, then don't worry. That's just some fundamental self-aggression that you're dealing with. And just go, oh, I've got some anger in here. I got some resistance. Great. It's welcome to stick around. Let's flip ourselves over onto our hands and knees. Get rid of your chair entirely so it's not in your way at all. We're going to do a little contralateral movement. We're going to go out, take it to the diagonal, bring it back in, and lower down. Opposite arm to leg, reach on the diagonal, bring it in, and come down. Out to the side, bring it in, come down. Out to the side, bring it in, come down. Up, open, reach, lower. Up, open, reach, lower. Extend to the diagonal, reach, lower, up, open, reach, and lower. Open your hands wider than your sticky mat or wider than your shoulders. Circles down to the floor and up, letting your scapula mobilize on your back, also known as your shoulder blades. Feeling into the movement, change direction. Should be juicy and yummy. It might be a little painful. There are parts of my body that are sometimes hurting. When you feel your body, it doesn't always just feel good. But we want to train ourselves to feel both good and bad. Not that we want to train ourselves to feel bad, but we are going to feel pain. We're going to feel emotions. We're going to feel things. If we choose to feel, we're going to feel the things. But then we're also clearing space so that we can have more energy. When we start to let these systems of our emotions through our bodies, when we really become embodied, it's like, oh, and we're not forcing it in, but we're allowing our body to participate in this experience in a way that's intelligent, full of body wisdom. Bodies are incredibly smart, but we have been really shut off from them culturally. So invite it in the interests of having more energy, right? In the interest of not shutting yourself down. Enough people have probably shut you down in your life. Don't do it to yourself. Let's take it in. One knee to the floor at a time. Going 1, 2, cultivating a kind inner dialogue. 3, I'm not counting right. I'm just going to not count out loud and I'm going to keep talking. A kind inner dialogue. At least civil to yourself. If you're cruel to other people a lot, good chance that you're being pretty mean to yourself. Let's cross it under. Going 1, 2, if you're angry a lot, at some point that anger is probably aimed at you. So notice what you're saying to yourself. Take it down to the floor. Bend your knees, circle around. If you're saying, oh, this one part of my body is really awful, I wish it was different, That's violent. That's violent towards yourself. Accept it as it is. Change direction. The Buddhists say that all comparison is violent, all judgment, whether it's good or bad, right? Because if you're judging good, then there's another side of things that's bad. Coming in, opposite arm to leg, up and down. Long body, connected through the center. Good. And let's take the hands next to the chest. You're going to do a baby cobra with a circle with your head. 3 times in each direction. Does not have to be big. Something manageable in your body. And then the other way. Hands next to your chest. Arch up. Take it back. Child's pose. Surrender and melt. Let's do the sound in child's pose. So the M&M's sound in child's pose. And I noticed that normally my starts higher and goes lower, and there's like a natural down groundingness to that. So just play with your sound a little bit. Inhale whenever you need to. This doesn't have to last long. It can be short. Big breathing, like you're a bubble filling up. Try to breathe out enough that you breathe back into your nose, or that you're inhaling at the end of the hum. So, well, what they say is that you're not exhaling the nitric oxide out of your nose. All right, it's getting pretty toasty in here, and we're at 10:12. So what I want to do is this little vocal thing, which is totally a somatics thing. And because there was a request to do some vagus nerve stuff. So it's going to be less exercise and more, well, it's a different kind of exercise. We're exercising our down regulation. We're exercising our vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is responsible for digestion, heart rate, breathing. Like that's why when it is calm and relaxed, we can downregulate. We can digest our food. We can breathe. Our heart can beat at a good tempo, and our body comes into coherence, meaning that we're not driving the car with the brakes on, that everything's operating together. The orchestra is in tune, and we're playing the same song. All right, so what this is a few different sounds. Sit down, lay down, get comfortable, and especially if this makes you uncomfortable, try it. If this is a thing you think you don't need, it might be the thing you need, right? Often it's the things that we're resisting and avoiding that might be what we want, what we should be having, especially in movement, especially in embodiment. So we're going to start with an sound, like a very guttural in the throat. Doesn't matter, we're not singing, doesn't matter what it sounds like, just letting the air flow through and thinking of it low and back in your in your throat. And then we're going to open and widen that and close it in a little. So it'll be just feeling how that opens and closes that. All of this movement is going to be moving our brain, right? This is moving into our brain, moving that tissue, vibrating that tissue. The next thing we're going to do is an NG sound, like ing, taking off the I. So it's just your tongue kind of has to go back up into your soft palate, and we'll just go I really like the sound. I feel like I can feel that vibration moving up into the domes of my cranium. Breathe in whenever you need to. You don't need to make this last too long. Try just gently opening and closing your jaw as you're making the NG sound. So your tongue is up there, but if you open and close your jaw, it's going to change things a little bit. let it go. So now we're just going to move from the ah to the and back to the ah. So it'll be like ah, 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 as even or as not. And you can think of your taking yourself into your awareness of being. So the more that I do this and I'm really feeling into the sounds and listening into the sounds, the more I'm in my inner world, the more I'm in my interoception, the things that is going on inside of me, and I can like kind of drop out of the outer world. And this is a down regulator, also the extended exhale down regulator. The vibration of your vagus nerve, the vibration of this tissue, down regulating. If it feels like too much, just stop. Take resting breaths whenever you need it. So one more time with the ah, 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 feeling particularly the place where it goes from that open space in the back of the throat in your soft palate to a closed space between the G, the and the ah. There's like an opening and a closing. Really tune to that. So that's just a little vagus nerve exercise to play with that sound. Let it, and if you're having like a lot of like neck and shoulder stuff, I would recommend doing this very gently, but bringing that vibration into your body and seeing what you can let go of in there. You can also add like a little bit of micro movement to it. So let's try it one last time with micro movement. I felt like a little baby bird opening up, like, give me some food, right? So it can bring different things into your body, into your system. But all of this stuff, like for me, for all the people that I follow and like talking about like spiritual awakening and breath work and all this different stuff, the people who I feel like have it the most together are the people who also have a movement practice, an embodiment practice, a meditation practice. But for me, like all of this sound stuff is like a dive into the channel of awareness and presence in your body. And when we can be there with that, the rest of the world is less threatening, right? Oh, here's what's going on in my own system. I can feel these vibrations. I can be with these sounds. I'm okay. I'm safe. And even if things are happening, I can put my awareness there, I can put my attention there, or I can come back into myself and just find some refuge in my own experience of being just in my body without the rest of the world. I mean, of course, we're all connected and that stuff is going to land in us, but sometimes we need to come in and just bring it to ourselves for a little while. That's my big speech for the day. Anyone in the YouTube lands? I didn't even look because I'm blocked from YouTube watching at this point. I'm not really blocked, but I have an ad blocker and they don't like it. Yeah. Can you please show me some seated stretches and exercises for feet and ankles close up? Well, I think we all know what that's about. Maybe, maybe not.